Hey y'all, I am back with another video. I really am gonna stop taking so long in between these videos. I do apologize. Life has been busy. But today I'm coming with a wash and go video. I have been natural 8 or 9 years now, can't remember at this point. So I've been natural a while, and wash and goes have pretty much never been my thing. As you can see, this is my hair freshly washed with no product on it, and I don't hair type. I know I have some type of 4 something or another, but whatever. I just say I have, cotton hair. My hair looks like cotton. It's really soft, and I love it, but to me it just looks like a fuzzball of cotton. Really no curl definition unless I put product on it. And I just never thought I could really rock a wash and go because I didn't have a really deep curl pattern like you see with some other natural ladies. However, I have been rocking a wash and go for like the past 3-4 weeks now, so they might be my new boo. I have not done a twist out in a while, and I'm totally okay with that because this is a whole lot faster than doing my twist outs every week. So I've been doing these weekly, so they seem to last me a week between being down and then me being able to puff or do some other styles for the next few days to last me a week between doing my hair. So I'm coming to show you that girls that have hair that look like me, we too can rock the wash and go with no problem. So I'm going to show you how I do it. The key for me is wet hair and loads of gel. Speaking of such, I left my spray bottle, so let me go grab it. Alright, I'm back. So while my hair is still wet, because I literally just got out of the shower from washing it, I still need the spray bottle because, again, my hair needs to be really wet in order for my wash and goes to come out the best. So I will be re-wetting along the way. So spray bottle, I'll be putting my leave-in in, using my L today. I use a variety of different ones, but this is what I use today. Let me go ahead and split my hair. I usually just split down the middle and then just work each side at a time. So I'm going to split this half and then work on this half. So I'm going to go ahead and put my leave-in on first. Don't laugh, it's getting low. I can't use the pump anymore. So I have to dump it out in my hand. It's all good. These things are expensive, and I'm going to use every drop that's in the bottle. Okay? Okay. So just work this into my hair, making sure to really concentrate on my ends. And work this in. You can always use some more if you need to, but I'm not going to use any more. My hair is pretty moisturized from the conditioner that I already put on there. So I start from the back. Let me take this off. Start from the back and work my way up. So I just literally grab a section. So I'll use about that much. Clip the rest of it up. So this is the section I'm going to work with. I did detangle, so I shouldn't have any really major tangles going into this. So I'm just going to detangle again just to make sure everything is thoroughly detangled, because I like to smooth and rake my product in, so I need to make sure my hair is pretty much tangle free. I'm going to use Melanin Hair Care as my moisturizer under my wash and go. It's still going to be crunchy just because I have to use a ton of gel on my hair. So this is not really preventing the crunch per se, but giving my hair some moisture under before I put all the gel on top. And when I tell y'all a lot of gel, I use a lot of gel. But it works for me. This may not work for everybody, but this works for me. Alright, so make sure that's worked in. I absolutely love Melanin. And then I'm using my Newfound Bay, which is the Wetline Extreme Gel. This stuff is pretty thick. You can get a ton of it for very cheap. This jar at Walmart of 35 ounces was $3. Love this stuff. So, show you, I'm taking a lot of gel. I use a very generous amount of gel. And I just apply that on the length of the section that I'm using. And I literally just work it into the hair. This is why I say your hair has to be thoroughly detangled because I kind of finger comb the product through my hair to make sure that it's pretty saturated on every piece. Make sure to really pay attention to the roots of your hair, because if not, that part will get puffy on you if you if you do not make sure to add enough product when it comes to your roots, and not just focus on the end of the hair. So just don't forget that. So I'll work it in until the product feels like it has basically coated every strand. If you need to, you can go back in and use your detangling brush to give it kind of that extra oomph per se, or a lot of people use a Denman brush, which I do have, but I don't really care to use it because it makes my curls really too tight doing the wash and go, so I don't use it. So I just finger comb it through my hair and then just start to kind of let go of the pieces as I'm doing it so that I can continue to get each strand. And that's what that section looks like. So if you need to go over any other section, if you see some frizz, just go back over it again with a little bit of gel or whatever's still left on your hands. Because if you see any gel here, any frizz here, when it dries, the frizz is still going to be there. It's only going to get worse. So just make sure that you try to just decrease or minimize the frizz as you go along. Alright, so that is that first section, and I literally just keep doing that throughout my entire head. And as it gets dry, I just go ahead and spray. Of course, it's not dry, but dry enough where my hand is not really slipping on the hair. Then I want to add some more water to that. So again, taking the section, you can do these sections as big or as small as you like. I generally break each section down into about 5 sections to get my whole hair. You can do small or larger, just depending on your curl pattern. Again, my curls, I have to work to get them to show, so I can't take too big of sections, or it's not going to get every curl like I like for it to. So putting on the melanin. And then again, taking a lot of gel and putting it on the length of the hair. So I just try to get the entire length of the hair and work it through the first time, and then just see, sorry if I'm looking this way, the mirror's right there, and then just keep working it through. And you can feel when you, if you need some more, you can really feel it, because you'll feel where certain spots of your hair just don't feel as slick, like it doesn't have enough product on it. You'll be able to feel, and then wherever that is, then I just add a little bit more gel. Don't be afraid of the gel. It's okay. It is your best friend when it comes to this wash and go. Especially, again, if your hair looks like mine. As you can see the difference already between the gel part and this part. It looks totally different. So my curls, they require you to do a little bit of work before they like to come out and play. Alright, and that's the next section. Alright, so I'm just going to keep going, and I'll come back once at least this side is done, so that you can kind of see the comparison between the two. So this is the last section in the front on this side that I'm doing. Again, loads of gel. So of course you want the front of your hair to be pretty defined. So you want to pay special attention to this part. Not that the rest of your hair is trash, but you should want to make sure this part is really defined and nice. These in the front is really where my looser curls are, so I have to give them a little bit more love so that they can look like the rest of my hair. And it's okay if some of it looks like that and all the curls are not neatly separated and it's just like a big chunk. It's okay, because once it dries you can then separate a little bit then, but at least the curls will be nice and clumped together. So this is what this side of my hair looks like compared to the cotton ball of hair on this side. So this is proof that if you have hair that looks like this, it can look like this in a wash and go. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other section off camera so that you guys don't have to sit through this, and then I will come back. Alright, so here is my hair all done. As you can see, I add a little splash of color with hair wax paint. This is the gold, and when it dries it literally looks like I just have highlights in my hair. So I just did a smidget just everywhere, but here is the wash and go all done. I am going to use just a tad bit of this. This is the Alikay Naturals Lemongrass Hold It Styling Gel. I use just a tad, and I do not go heavy-handed with this stuff. When I say just a tad, I mean the smallest amount. It is great at holding your edges and your style in place, but I've used it a few times and it does flake. So that's why I'm not using a whole lot of this, but I like to put this side of my hair back so that it dries this way. So I use some of it there and put a bobby pin there, and then again, because I told you up here this is the very loose curls that I have, a little bit more there too so that it can pretty much stay back that direction versus flowing over into my face once it dries. So put a little bit there, and again put another bobby pin, because I truly do, I want it to dry that way, not that close. But of course if you don't want that, you don't have to do it and you can just be done, but that's what I prefer with my hair. And I usually like for it to air dry. I think it comes out better for me when I let it air dry all day, but I'm doing this at night. It's probably about 7 o'clock right now, so obviously I cannot go to bed with wet hair, so I have to blow dry it. So literally just use my trusty blow dryer and blow dry it all over until I get it mostly dry. Sometimes I'm not at 100% just because I just get sick and tired of holding this thing, but I usually try to get it about 90% dry, and then if I'm going to be up a little bit longer, it can hopefully air dry a little bit more. But you know your hair and you know how it works, so if you need it to dry it all the way, or if it's longer and you don't have to, you can just pineapple it up at the top. Definitely do that, but this is what I have to do. So I'm going to go ahead and blow dry and then come back once it's dry. Alright guys, here I am back with it dry. We are about 90% there, so I may hit it a little bit more, or I may just let it air dry until I go to bed tonight. But I definitely do not want to go to bed with wet hair, especially wet roots, so I made sure the roots were definitely dry, because I don't want no moldy stinky hair, okay? So I made sure to do those really well, so those are dry. It's more so just the ends that need a little bit more drying time. So here it is so that you can see the curl definition, and then the hair paint wax in the gold color. See, and this is that Alikay styling gel. I mean, it does an awesome job at really laying your edges, and this usually this will stay for a few days without me having to add any more product on it. So this stuff is really good. I just can't imagine using it all over, because again, it flakes. So here is my hair. So here is my wash and go on my 4 A, B, C, D, E, F WXYZ, whatever you want to call it, hair. So here it is. When I go to bed tonight, what I'll do is just use these little hair ties. I use 4 of these to separate my hair into sections. Of course, if your hair is longer, you can probably do just one large pineapple and it works. For my hair, that does not work because it stretches out a bit too much. So I usually take the front portion here and tie it, and I will band it all the way down as far as it can go, because that again helps to stretch the hair a little bit more. And then I'll kind of part the middle and take 2 kind of pigtails on the side and then just 1 in the back, and that's what I will do, and put my bonnet on and just go to bed at night. The next morning I will take it down. The best method I have found to revive the hair is whenever you're in the shower, just not having anything on your hair and letting the shower take these down, of course, and then kind of letting the shower provide a little bit of steam and moisture to get your hair back where it's pliable and movable, and you can kind of just shake it back into shape. And then if you do not have to take a shower that morning, if you've done it already, you've gotten out of the shower and you didn't do it, I usually just take a little bit of water, or I use Obia Naturals, I think it's called Curl Hydration Spray. Spray some of that on it. Again, anything just to get the hair movable. Again, you don't want to get it soaking wet, just a light mist to get everything kind of back in place, because it will get a little bit stiff overnight. So that's all I do in the morning, and I do that every day until, you know, of course, it's time to puff and do what I need to do just to get me through the last few days, and then I start this process all over again. Again, I've been wearing this for about 3 or 4 weeks, and this gel has been doing me justice. You guys saw how much I use. I use a lot of this stuff, and it has not flaked on me when I've worn this wash and go all week long. Haven't had to reapply any product. So this seems to be really good. I've used a few different leave-ins under it and haven't had any issues with this gel. I think it works so well for my hair because it's really thick and it's a heavier gel. My curls need to be weighed down in order for them to really pop. So I believe that this is why this gel works so good for me, and I absolutely love it. Even better that it's super cheap. One extra thing I wanted to show you guys is when you're blow drying your hair, I just do it all over until I get it dry enough to my liking. But if you wanted your hair stretched a little bit more while you were drying it, you can always concentrate the nozzle. You can use just this part, or if you want to get the more concentrated nozzle, you can put that on your blow dryer as well. But really just, you know, putting a little bit of tension on the hair, and then taking your blow dryer and running it along kind of the roots to about midway point down. That will stretch the hair a little bit more for you, so that it won't be so shrunken. If you don't like really, you know, tight wash and goes, I don't mind, because this is my hair pretty much dry. It doesn't shrink too bad. I mean, I have some pieces that are not even half the length. Like this little piece of hair is super long, but it shrinks really fast. So my entire hair was like that. Maybe I'll think differently, but it's not, so I'm fine. But if you're the type of girl that don't like shrinkage, you can always pull your hair a little taut, put the blow dryer on it, and that will kind of cause the hair to stretch a little bit as it dries, so that it's not so tight and tightly wound when you are done with your wash and go. So that's a little tip if you do need to blow dry your hair. But this is it. Just wanted to share with you guys, because I know I had a really rough time trying to find a product that could really give me a solid wash and go, and I'm so excited that this summer can finally probably be a wash and go season for me, because it's just literally so easy. I mean, it literally takes me less than 20 minutes to put all the gel on and my hair is good to go. So truly, if it was in the morning and I was truly washing and going, it would take me 20 minutes to do my hair, and that hair lasts me a full week. So I can't complain with taking 20 minutes to do my hair to get 7 days out of it. That is like bomb in my book. Okay, so here it is. One last look. Alright, if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and drop them down below. If you have not already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can catch all the videos as I upload every time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Peace.